This is my first chopper. It's a 1969 shovelhead. It's like I think one of the most reliable engines out of all the choppers. And a lot of people consider this to be the gem of the gems when it comes to choppers. There's a funny story. I got married, had a kid, then finally I just looked at my wife and I go, I'm getting a bike. I'm getting something. Like I need to have it. This one actually we put back to a regular shifter with a little rabbit trap. We put this little gear thing on, and when you pull that, it acts like the shifter with your hand. So it's a little bit different than traditional bikes. So she's like, well, what if you just got a Vespa first, you know? And I'm like, whatever it takes to get me to get my Harley is fine. So we were at the Vespa shop down in Venice, and it's right next door to the Harley dealership. I go down there and I'm looking at this Vespa, and I'm like, you'll get it, trying to convince myself, like, you get a cool Vespa, like one of the ones that look like you're in Italy. These brakes on choppers are basically just so you don't roll on a hill. Those old brakes don't really stop you. It's funny, it's like when you see a red light, you bet on who's rolling through the intersection. We're looking at the Vespa and there's like 9 Harley dudes coming back from lunch. And they look over and we're like, hi Vespa boys. And then my wife looks at me and she goes, oh hell no. She goes, you can get a Harley. So we literally went from there over to the Harley dealership and I got a little 883 Sportster. That was my first Harley. And after that, that was it. For my first bike, this was awesome because he'd tune it up and it would just run forever and everyone would just make sure there's oil in it, and every once in a while we'd check everything, but super reliable bike.